The Nightbeat starts right now.
New on the Nightbeat, the Bexar County Sheriff's Office is kicking off its Hats on the Riverwalk campaign today. This after downtown business leaders requested their help with maintaining the population of people experiencing homelessness in that area.
That's right. People on the Riverwalk this afternoon tell me that they're happy to see the deputies, but they're even happier knowing how they plan to help those in need.
We saw a lot of them. Some of them look really good.
I said hi to 3 cops.
Oh, sweet.
Heck, I love those hats.
In addition to San Antonio and Park police officers, residents and Riverwalk tourists saw what downtown businesses say is another measure of safety: Bexar County Sheriff's deputies. But people saw that as a good thing, especially restaurants like this one.
To see the sheriffs out here this weekend to add an extra presence, that feels good.
This added presence of deputies was requested in light of some issues this popular tourist attraction was seeing with people experiencing homelessness, some of which Sheriff Javier Salazar alluded may be in need of mental health assistance. While the deputies won't be making arrests due to the fact that the Riverwalk is not in their jurisdiction, they will act as a deterrent. They will also act as helpful resources to tourists and those experiencing homelessness.
The organization Sarah, also the Haven for Hope is partnering up with us on some stuff. But additionally, we've got our mental health unit on speed dial. The downtown merchants are actually working on some literature for us that'll be co-branded, but it'll have on one side everything that tourists need to know, and on the other side everything that a person experiencing homelessness that needs the resources will need to know.
To hear that they're contributing towards the mental health of the homeless, not just trying to beautify the Riverwalk, but also to help the homeless individuals that are on the street, it's comforting to hear.
Its community engagement, people say, goes a long way.
I felt I knew them, and I just met them, so I felt comfortable with them here.
It feels like they're doing their part, making us all feel safe. Again, as someone who's an outsider, it's a very welcoming sight.
Sheriff Salazar says that they have several cadets participating in the Hats on the Riverwalk campaign, also as a way to train them on community policing.
Outside with live cam, we had some scattered showers and non-severe storms. Yeah, again today. At least it wasn't as soggy as it was on Friday, and heading into the day tomorrow, we're looking at even lower rain chances. I'm talking just a stray shower here or there, and even more sunshine on your Sunday. I know some of you have been missing that sunshine. We'll start off with morning clouds, but then sun and clouds tomorrow afternoon. With that additional sunshine, it will start to get a little bit hotter. Highs will be back in the low to mid 90s, and with high humidity, we're looking at a heat index near 100 Sunday afternoon. We'll talk a little bit more about your Sunday forecast, rain chances heading into next week, and also this. Yeah. It's back, Saharan dust. It's been a while since we've talked about it, but it is that time of year, and we have a plume of this dust that will be filtering in beginning tomorrow. We'll talk about that and more coming up in a bit. Japhanie.
Thank you, Katie. And as we continue to monitor the weather and road conditions in the coming days, you can find updated road conditions and closures at KSAT.com. There you can also find this interactive map courtesy of bearflood.org, which provides real-time updates as to where not to try and drive in Bexar County.
One last shot leading to a moment of terror for a San Antonio teen whose day of fun at Topgolf with family and friends came to a shocking and sudden end.
It's a video that's now been seen around the world, and it was taken right here on San Antonio's northwest side.
The Night Team's John Paul Barajas met with teens who captured that now viral video and talked with them about their close call experience.
It's like, what are the odds for a small ball to get struck by lightning?
The golf swing and golf ball gone viral. One more swing before we go has now turned into a moment a group of teens and their little brother will never forget, and it was all caught on camera.
All right, let me hit this last shot, and I told her to record it, and then I swung it, and the next thing you know, the lightning is coming out of the sky, hitting the ball.
And the initial shock, pun intended, Tomas Gomez and his friends had no idea what they caught on video. They were more concerned about trying to get to safety after the lightning bolt boomed just feet away from their bay at Topgolf at the rim.
Right after the lightning hit, the whole place shook, the lights were flickering, the computers reset and everything.
It could have hit me, it could have hit her, it could have hit any of us. It was actually pretty scary after I was thinking about it for a while.
Not to mention, Tomas was holding essentially a lightning rod and a golf club in his follow-through swing. But as their nerves settled, they went back to watch. The teens say they record everything for the memories. These just a few more clips from that fun-turned-frightful May Friday night before they took the one that's gotten attention worldwide, from Daily Mail, Barstool, to ESPN UK.
Trying to flip the camera, because my fingers are wet from the rain, and then flipped it, got it, and now we're blown up. Yeah. Like the ball.
Just like the ball.
The group all smiles now, and Tomas swears if it wasn't for the lightning, the ball was going over the fence.
Get your shoulders loose, You're just looking at the ball. You go back, and boom, and it's gone.
Or you get struck by lightning.
Yeah, and get struck by lightning.
We reached out to Topgolf about that incident, but we're still waiting to hear back. As for the group of friends, they say they haven't been back to Topgolf yet, but can't wait to go back. Shocking, I know. John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
John Paul, thank you. Other top stories today: San Antonio police arrested an armed robbery suspect after they say he led them on a short chase. It all began after police say the man had taken cough syrup from a northeast side CVS pharmacy while armed with a gun. He then took off in a vehicle, leading officers on a chase until he hit a curb and came to a stop at a home on Spring Valley and Spring Creek. That's when officers tased him before taking him into custody.
Meanwhile, police are investigating after a stabbing led to a shooting, sending 2 men to the hospital overnight. It all started around 5 o'clock this morning at an apartment complex off of South General McMullen near Highway 90. When police arrived at the scene, they found one man with gashes on his face, neck, and chest who told police he was stabbed, quote, for no reason. He was taken to the hospital. Then about 30 minutes later, officers say another man showed up with a gunshot wound to his knee, claiming the man who had been stabbed shot him. The man who was shot told police he stabbed the other man in self-defense. The man who was stabbed is facing a charge of aggravated assault.
Another shooting on the northwest side overnight has police looking for 2 suspects. This one happening at the Villas of Oak Crest Apartments off Fredericksburg Road. Police say a 19-year-old victim was returning to home when 2 men approached him in the parking lot and allegedly tried to rob him. The teen was shot in the leg before the suspects fled the scene. He was taken to the hospital and is expected to be okay.
Police say they are also still searching for suspects following an alleged home invasion last night. This happening just after 11 o'clock at a home on Porter Street near South New Braunfels and I-10. Police say 3 suspects wearing masks and carrying large bags allegedly broke into the home and held a man and 2 women at gunpoint. The victims telling police they demanded money. At one point, one victim was hit in the head, another punched before those suspects took off. The victims were treated at the scene. No word yet on any suspects or descriptions.
Turning now to that devastating condo collapse in Surfside, Florida. More bodies have been pulled out of the rubble. The Miami-Dade County mayor updated the public on the death toll today.
The team has recovered additional victims since our last report, and so the total number now of confirmed deaths is 86.
Officials say search teams have been recovering victims more quickly now that a portion of the tower that remained standing was demolished and is no longer a threat to collapse. But recovery efforts were briefly halted today as crews battled weather conditions, including lightning and rain. The Fire Rescue Department says the completion of recovery is between 14 to 21 days.
The Northwest Little League baseball field is back on the path to looking good as new. It was ruined earlier this week by all that heavy rainfall we saw. But today, dozens of volunteers back at the field trying to help bring it back to life. The big focus today, cleaning up the outfield fence that was damaged by the rain so it can be replaced in the coming days, along with getting rid of all that debris you see there. For one volunteer, it was nice to give back to an organization she says gave her family so many great memories.
My son started here with Little League, and he doesn't play here anymore. We just want to get the fields back up, for fall ball, so that way they can come out and enjoy their youth. And These kids love baseball.
The Northwest Little League president says he's hopeful the field will be back to normal just in time for the start of their season to start in mid-August. Still ahead on the Nightbeat, if you haven't heard, a couple of billionaires have kick-started a new space race. We'll have more on the preparations to launch these civilians into history. Plus, she's inspiring others with her second favorite passion, which is spelling. Relive the moment a young girl made history.
Much of the West dealing with the third dangerous heat wave so far this summer. Millions under excessive heat warnings with temperatures in the triple digits.
Yeah, Death Valley coming only within a few degrees of the hottest temperature ever recorded anywhere in the world. Here's ABC's Karina Mitchell with the details.
32 million people across several western states are dealing with a third dangerous heat wave in a matter of weeks.
It's hot. It's like you're on fire.
Sacramento, California hitting 111 degrees. Death Valley reached a scorching 130 degrees, just 4 degrees shy of the hottest temperature ever recorded anywhere in the world. Farmers are taking precautions to protect workers.
We provide plenty of cool water, endless water all day long, and shade for them to rest in.
Animals can also find these excessive temperatures challenging.
Unlike us, many of these animals can't sweat, so you're going to see some interesting behavior. You might see some flat squirrels laying out on the sidewalk. You might see some birds open mouth and panting.
Along with the heat, 93% of the West is under drought conditions. 85% of California is now in extreme drought. The governor calling on everyone to cut water usage by 15%.
Not only on residences, but industrial, commercial operations and agricultural operations.
Further complicating the situation, dozens of fires are burning in the West. The Beckworth Complex fire on the California-Nevada border has burned more than 55,000 acres.
As we continue into the summer and even the early fall, we're going to see a lot more damaging fires.
In Oregon, the bootleg fire is threatening power lines that bring energy to California. Officials now asking everyone to conserve power to stabilize the power grid. Karina Mitchell, ABC News, New York.
Meanwhile, back here, it seems like the weather has been flipped almost, Katie, because it's so hot up there in other portions of the country. But here, rain, more rain and clouds and cool weather.
So much rain.
The heat high that typically puts us under dry and hot weather has been parked over on the West Coast. That's part of the reason we've, kind of seen this, what seems almost backwards weather pattern. Typically, we don't see much rain in July. It's not one of our wettest months. But here's an interesting statistic I happened upon as I was digging through the numbers here. So on average, in July, from 1991 to 2020, in July, we pick up around 2.4 inches of rain. That's the average from 1991 to 2020. We already have picked up more than that, and we're only 10 days into July. We've gotten 2.62 inches of rain at the airport. So we've already beat our monthly average, and we're only 10 days in. We did add to that a little bit today, 0.12 inches of rain at the airport. If you were with us at 5 o'clock, our live cam shot here, which is right near the airport, looked really ominous, but a lot of the heavier rain was just off to the east of the airport. So just picked up not even a quarter inch there. 73 our morning low, up to 85 this afternoon. That's still nearly 10 degrees below average for this time of year. I don't know about you. I know the rain has been a bit much, but I've been loving the below average temperatures. Just shy of 80 now at the airport. Our dew point in the mid 70s. So even though it's been cooler, it's been very, very muggy, but that goes hand in hand with the rain. Winds are light at this hour, just about 2 to 5 miles per hour, and they'll stay pretty light overnight. So we had some scattered shower and thunderstorm activity anywhere from late morning through the afternoon. Once we got past sunset, anything that was out there late this afternoon really fizzled out. It looks like our lone shower there is just off to the southeast of Lakey, trying to scoot into Real County. Otherwise, no rain on radar at this hour, but we still have a decent amount of cloud cover out there. So 79 at the airport, 81 in Pleasanton, 82 in Cotulla. It's also 82 out in Del Rio. Everyone has very high dew points there in the 70s. Oppressive humidity. I know you felt that all day long, and the humidity is not going anywhere. That plays into a heat index tomorrow afternoon. Winds out of the southeast about 5 to 10 miles per hour for now, but we've got calm winds from Kerrville up to Fredericksburg, and generally speaking, winds will be light overnight, just about 5 miles per hour out of the southeast. So even if you've got mostly clear or partly cloudy skies right now, we will see low clouds build back in overnight. Our temperatures in the 70s here in San Antonio. Mid 70s is where we'll start tomorrow. After some morning clouds, we'll see a mix of sun and clouds tomorrow afternoon. High in the low to mid 90s. And again, with that humidity staying high, it'll feel more like 100 during the heat of the day tomorrow. So be ready for that if you'll be spending time outdoors. And I wouldn't blame you if you wanted to, because a lot of us have been stuck inside for the past last week or so. As we head toward lunchtime tomorrow, we'll start to see those low morning clouds break up. More sunshine into the afternoon. It'll be pretty toasty out there. And I can't rule out from time to time tomorrow a stray shower or non-severe storm trying to bubble up simply because it will be so hot and humid out there tomorrow afternoon. But any more widespread and stronger thunderstorm activity is actually going to be in central and north Texas tomorrow as a weak frontal boundary drops down into the Lone Star State. All that energy, though, really is going to stay off to our north, and that'll keep our rain chances on the minimal side heading into tomorrow night, early on Monday. As we get into Monday afternoon, again, heat of the day, that'll help us out with some isolated afternoon activity, not only Monday, but also through the middle back half of next week. Most of that is going to be down closer to the Gulf of Mexico. Very quickly, and we're going to talk about this more in depth coming up next half hour, we have our first plume of Saharan dust expected to start to filter into South Texas tomorrow, continue into Monday. This, again, is kind of our first plume of this season. We'll talk more about how dense it could be and what effect that could have on you coming up again next half hour. But be ready for that. It is that time of year. Another look at your Sunday forecast, 92 your afternoon high, and we'll keep our high temperatures in the low to mid 90s all the way through next week. Guys.
Sneezes on the way. Thank you, Katie.
All right, Andrew, big upset tonight for Team USA basketball.
Yeah, 9 years ago, Team USA set an Olympic points record against Nigeria in the Olympics. Tonight, they end up losing to Nigeria in an exhibition match. When we come back, we'll show you how they got it done. Plus, the Suns have been road warriors throughout this playoff run. They're going to have to face a big Bucks team at home. Got that coming up next.
From midcourt and beyond, and Nigeria has upset the United States in an exhibition game. That is the biggest win in the country's history, and to your point, maybe the continent of Africa for any nation.
An absolutely shocking result tonight for the USA men's basketball team in Las Vegas in big board sports. Spurs head coach Greg Popovich led Team USA into their first exhibition match this evening with the start of the Olympic Games now under 2 weeks away. The U.S. taking on Nigeria in Las Vegas, and it doesn't take long for the Americans to get on the board in this one. Damian Lillard with a nice feed to Bam Adebayo in stride for the slam, makes it 2-0 USA. They led 23-22 after one. Second quarter, Jason Tatum muscles his way into the paint for two, count it, and one. He hit the free throw for a 5-point lead, but Nigeria keeps it close throughout the first half. Watch this. Kevin Durant goes for the baseline jam, but Precious Achiuwa says no. A vicious block sends KD to the floor, and it's clean. U.S. still leads, though, 43-41 at the break. Just can't get enough of watching that thing. And guess what? Nigeria takes the lead late in the third quarter. Chimezi Metu, the former Spurs draft pick, drains a triple. The U.S. trails 66-64 after three. And that's just a fraction of how hot Nigeria was from distance. They hit 21 three-pointers tonight and hang on late to upset the Americans 90-87. A stunning upset in the first exhibition game in Las Vegas.
We knew what it was. I mean, we've all seen them play at the highest level and make huge shots. We knew what came with that, and we just had to make plays. It's just all the work that we put in. You know, it's by no mistake what happened here tonight. Not just myself, but Caleb Agata. You know, he had a great night, and it's a coming-out party for him. He had a great year this summer. He's going to have a big summer coming ahead.
Here's a look at the rest of Team USA's exhibition schedule. Now, a lot more interesting. The Americans will take on Australia Monday at 8 p.m., followed by Argentina on Tuesday. Another game against the Aussies on Friday, and then next Sunday, their final exhibition game versus Spain at 9 p.m. There's no question the Phoenix Suns are in the driver's seat as they look to win the franchise's first NBA title. 87% of the teams that go up 2-0 in the NBA Finals go on to win that series. And the Suns have proven they can win away from home. In fact, Phoenix posted the best road record in the NBA during the regular season, going 24-12 in games played outside Talking Stick Resort Arena. They have continued that success in the playoffs, entering Game 3 with a 6-2 record in road games, and they have clinched every single prior series in their opponent's venue. Chris Paul loves playing in a hostile environment.
I love our home crowd, but I also love playing on the road. It's always been like that my whole career. When you go on the road, it's just you and your guys, just you and the team, the people that travel with you, you know, and so you really got to stick together. And it's nice when you can silence a crowd, you know, and it's fun, it's entertaining. And I think our team, we just had the right mindset for it.
On the flip side, Milwaukee has enjoyed one of the best home court advantages in the entire playoffs. They've won 7 of the 8 games they'd played at Fiserv Forum, with their only loss coming in the first game of the Eastern Conference Finals against the Atlanta Hawks. To continue that run of success, Milwaukee has to focus on their defense, which has allowed 118 points in both of the first 2 games of the NBA Finals. Drew Holiday saw signs of improvement on that front in Game 2.
Thought we did a good job of keeping them out the paint, keeping them off the free throw line. Now we got to take away the threes. They shot the ball really well from 3, but just got to do a better job of contesting and making it tough in that way. So something we can improve on.
Game 3 will tip off tomorrow night at 7 p.m. in Milwaukee. Game 4, middle of next week on Wednesday at 8. Then begins the if necessary category, with the series shifting back to Phoenix for Game 5 next Saturday. And coming up later in sports, Deshaun Watson is back on the practice field. You might be surprised to see who's training with him. Guys?
All right, thank you, Andrew. We'll see you again in just about a half hour.
Next to the Nightbeat, a modern space race is heating up as one of 2 billionaires competing to be the first into space prepares for his upcoming launch.
And later, unhappy with your credit score? Well, we've got some advice for those of you hoping to push the needle back into the green. Welcome back. The so-called billionaire space race heats up this weekend with the launch of Richard Branson's Spaceship Two Unity. Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin already taking shots at Virgin Galactic on Twitter. Here's ABC's Gio Benitez with the latest from Truth or Consequences, New Mexico.
Virgin Galactic is making final preparations for that historic flight of its Spaceship Unity, carrying the company's founder, Richard Branson. With Sunday's launch, the rivalry between billionaires Branson and Amazon founder Jeff Bezos is heating up. Branson telling GMA, this is not a space race.
I know that it's been painted as a race. Honestly, I don't think either of us see it that way. We're not really in direct competition.
But Bezos' Blue Origin space company is already firing shots on Twitter, posting this graphic comparing the 2 companies. Blue Origin says its New Shepard capsule, which is named for the first American in space, Alan Shepard, flies farther than Virgin's spaceship, 62 miles above the surface past the Kármán line, which many believe is the true edge of space. Virgin will reach about 55 miles.
The United States recognizes 50 miles as the definition of space. The NASA recognizes that as the definition, and so does the FAA.
Sunday's flight is expected to last about 90 minutes. The Spaceship Unity will be attached to the mothership Eve as it takes off. At 45,000 feet, Unity drops. That rocket ignites and takes Branson and 5 others to the edge of space. Fire! Where they will experience weightlessness for a few minutes before returning to the surface. Tomorrow's flight was announced just a week ago, after Bezos announced his Blue Origin will launch on July 20th. And today, Jeff Bezos wished Branson a safe and successful flight, and SpaceX founder Elon Musk tweeted this, "We'll see you there to wish you the best." So it appears Elon may be joining us here at Spaceport America. Gio Benitez, ABC News, Truth or Consequences, New Mexico.
Happening around America, while investigating a fatal accident in California this morning, Highway Patrol officers were nearly run over by a Tesla on autopilot. The incident happened in San Diego, where troopers had closed lanes up a county road following a head-on collision. While investigating, the Tesla blew past Highway Patrol cars, almost hit a fire truck, and missed an officer by a few feet before striking a parked SUV. The driver says the Tesla had been on autopilot and she had fallen asleep at the wheel. California Highway Patrol officers say she failed a field DUI test.
Confederate statues in Charlottesville, Virginia, coming down this weekend. Cheers and applause could be heard by those who watched a statue of Robert E. Lee being taken down. The bronze statue has been the subject of lawsuits and a symbol of controversy that has only increased since white supremacists had a violent protest march in Charlottesville back in August of 2017. Lee wasn't the only Confederate general statue to be removed in Charlottesville. A statue of Thomas J. Stonewall Jackson was also removed this morning.
Well, a young lady with quite an achievement, hoping to inspire. In case you missed it this week, Zaya Avant-Garde made history when she won the Scripps National Spelling Bee. ABC's David Muir with her story.
Zaila Avant-Garde, 14 years old, from Harvey, Louisiana, preparing for 2 years for this moment.
Maria, M-U-R-R-A-Y-A.
That is correct.
Zaila twirling as she made history. The first African-American competitor ever to win the Scripps National Spelling Bee since it started 96 years ago.
And there is your champ.
The last African-American competitor to reach the final round was Magnolia Cox from Ohio in 1936. She was not allowed to stay in the same hotel as her white competitors. 85 years later, Zaila making history.
The second I heard it, I knew it. I get the word and I know it immediately.
And it turns out spelling is Zaila's second love. Her first love, basketball, making history there too. 3 Guinness World Records, the latest for dribbling 6 balls simultaneously for 30 seconds. And tonight here, Zaila with her message.
I'm hoping a lot of people see me and maybe think about going into spelling and general, just education in general.
If the pandemic caused you to have late bill payments or missed payments, your credit score may have taken a hit, and that can determine whether you can get a good interest rate or even get a loan at all. 12 on your side's Marilyn Moritz on what you can do to bump up your credit score.
You dream of buying a house and save for that down payment, but there's a problem: your credit score. It's a problem for millions. Credit scored so low, it's tough to qualify for a mortgage, among other things.
A bad credit history can also make it difficult to rent an apartment, go to college, or even get a job.
Here's the kicker. If you want to boost your credit, you need to get credit. But how can you get credit if you have bad credit? Consumer Report says there are some right ways to go about it. First, open a bank or credit union account. Take out some small loans and make on-time monthly payments. Next, consider applying for what's known as a secured credit card. That means you've backed the card with cash. Use it and pay on time. You can also ask a family member with good credit to add you to their credit card. But be careful. If you miss or are late with a payment, it can ding both of your scores. And if you have any outstanding debt in collection, pay it off as soon as possible and pay all of your bills on time to avoid collections in the first place.
Once you pay off any debt that's in collections, many credit scoring systems won't heavily weigh them when your score is calculated.
Be sure to check your credit report carefully and dispute any errors. The credit bureau Experian has a boost program. You pay your utilities, your cell phone bill, even Netflix on time, and that can help your score. Marilyn Moritz, KSAT 12 News.
All right, another look outside tonight near the airport at 5 o'clock. This was dark sky, a lot of rain on 410 as we had some passing showers around. Our rain chance tomorrow really slim. And in fact, I think what you may notice more than anything, this batch of Saharan dust that will start to filter in on Sunday. I know we didn't get to spend a whole lot of time on it last half hour, but coming up right after the break, we're going to talk in detail about this dust, what you need to know as it moves into South Central Texas over the next couple of days. We'll be back.
Taking a look at weather, you know, it's an ongoing joke between me and my dad that every time they come to visit, they bring the rain.
Yeah.
He's here right now, and I can add the Saharan dust to his resume now.
I know. I posted the story. Sarah Spivey put together a really good web story this morning. You can find it on KSAT.com, and it has a really good breakdown of what this dust is, what it can mean. And I posted that story, and I've already seen some comments on Facebook. People are not happy that this is coming, but just a reminder, this is an annual occurrence during the summer months, specifically during hurricane season. And we call this Saharan dust because it comes from the Saharan desert over in Africa. That's why we call it that. So there's the source region over in Africa. That dust gets lifted and picked up by the trade winds that are near the equator. These trade winds also part of what can steer tropical disturbances or tropical waves. They come off the continent of Africa. So these trade winds pretty busy steering tropical disturbances and this Saharan dust. Eventually, the trade winds can steer these big plumes of dust all the way across the Atlantic Ocean through the Caribbean into the Gulf of Mexico. And every now and then, they can make it all the way to us here in South Central Texas. And we do have our first plume expected to start to filter in tomorrow, continuing into the early part of next week. I'm going to set my additional clicker down here. So I do have a legend for you here in the top right-hand portion of your screen. The darker brown colors indicate more dense dust. Lighter brown is lighter, not so dense. So here we go. Heading into tonight and tomorrow, we will start to see this plume of dust that's in the Gulf filter in during the day on Sunday. Tomorrow, I expect it to be fairly light in nature, but you may start to notice a haze on the horizon tomorrow, and maybe even by the time we get to sunset tomorrow evening, very bright, vibrant colors in the sky, because when these particulates come in, they help to create really vibrant colors both at sunrise and at sunset. As we get into Monday morning, notice some darker brown moving in, especially off closer to the Houston area. So this dust could be a little more dense. Dust could be a little more dense as we get into Monday. But then it looks to filter out by Tuesday into Wednesday. Still a little bit lingering, but I do think over the next several days, our day where we could have the densest dust will be Monday. And another thing to keep in mind here as we get into the time of year where we see these plumes of dust being steered into our part of the world, they come in ebbs and flows. Sarah Spivey put that in her web story, ebbs and flows. So it comes and then the next day it'll start to filter out a little bit and it'll be gone. So just keep that in mind. We'll see a few more plumes over the course of the summer, and we'll, of course, keep you updated. Now, with these plumes of dust coming across the Atlantic, they do inhibit tropical development, so we've got a quiet outlook tropics-wise. No new disturbances expected in the Atlantic basin over the next 2 to 5 days. Just shy of 80 now at the airport, also 79 in Gonzales, it's 78 in Uvalde. Very humid out there. Our winds are light, and all the scattered thundershower activity from this afternoon has completely fizzled out. We've just got some ground clutter next to our radar site in New Braunfels. One little shower east of Lakey, right there on the Bandera-Real County line, trying to hold on. It should fizzle out here very shortly. Overnight, low clouds will build in. I can't rule out a sprinkle here or there early tomorrow morning. But mostly just cloudy skies. Sun and clouds in the afternoon. We'll see more sunshine, 92 your high temperature, feeling more like 100 when you factor in the humidity, and a really low chance of a stray shower tomorrow afternoon. And our rain chances will stay on the isolated side as we head into the early and middle part of next week. We're really looking at just some isolated afternoon activity, mainly south and east of San Antonio. This outlook, our rainfall outlook over the next week, much different than what we were looking at this time 7 days ago. For the most part, less than a quarter inch of rain, and that's if you get maybe one of those afternoon downpours at some point next week. So overall here, a good chance to dry off and warm up a little bit, guys.
All right, Katie, thank you.
All right, Deshaun Watson had a very interesting offseason. It remains a big question who he's going to be playing for, but he's very much preparing like he's going to be playing quarterback for someone, Andrew.
That's right. And today, his agent posted a video of him working out with 2 current NFL QBs. When we come back, more on this and catching up with Watson and see what he's up to. Plus, history is up for grabs in Wimbledon tomorrow morning. Got that preview for you next.
Pro football coverage, powered by Davis Law Firm.
All right, so there are a lot of questions around whether quarterback Deshaun Watson will suit up with the Texans or even at all this year, but he's still working out like he's got a job under center. Watson's agent David Mulligetta shared a video on Instagram today showing the QB training with Bears rookie QB Justin Fields and Packers quarterback Jordan Love. Watson, of course, remains in a legal battle with 20 women who allege he engaged in sexual misconduct during massages, and he has been adamant that he will not play for the Texans moving forward. Chiefs defensive end Frank Clark has officially been charged by Los Angeles prosecutors with 1 felony weapons violation after his arrest on March 13th. Clark was pulled over for a traffic stop and was taken into custody when police officers say they found 2 loaded firearms in his vehicle. 18 days ago, Clark was arrested again in a separate incident in which cops alleged to have seen a submachine gun in his car, but that remains under investigation. If convicted, Clark could potentially face up to 3 years in prison. San Antonio FC wrapped up a successful stretch of exhibition matches last night at Toyota Field. For the second straight game, San Antonio led a Liga MX team 2-1 at halftime. These matches were intended to give the youngsters in the organization a chance to gain some valuable experience, and they certainly did that and then some.
Our future is very, very bright. You know, we have a model here. Our U16 and U17 teams play the same as the first team. Everybody's invested, first team, academy players, the organization, the club, the city. So it's just a very proud moment for us as a collective. And again, I think the organization made the city of San Antonio proud tonight.
San Antonio will return to USL Championship play next weekend with a road match against Colorado Springs Switchbacks FC. In the majors, Astros hosting the Yankees tonight. Pick it up in the top of the third. Aaron Judge sends one deep to left center and gone. 1-0 Yanks on the solo shot from Judge. And he trolls Jose Altuve by tugging on his jersey as he rounds third. A clear callback to the 2019 ALCS. New York still not over that one. Meanwhile, Houston cannot solve Garrett Cole tonight. The former Stros ace goes the distance, striking out 12 hitters in a complete game shutout. Astros fall 1-0. Another great game in Arlington today. Rangers hosting the A's. Pick it up bottom of the 10th. Texas down 4-3 with runners on the corners. Jonas Heim with a hot shot right to the second baseman who makes the play here at second. But Eli White scores the tying run. We're heading to the 11th now, knotted at 4. But that's when the wheels fall off. Steven Piscotty with one on smokes one deep to left and way out of here, capping a 4-run frame. The Rangers fall in this one 8-4. Tomorrow we could see history on the courts at Wimbledon. Novak Djokovic will look to become the third player in history to win 20 Grand Slam titles. He's playing Italy's Matteo Berrettini in the final tomorrow. This will be Berrettini's first ever final, so experience definitely favors Djokovic in this one. If he wins, he will join Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal atop the all-time major leaderboard.
It would mean everything, and that's why I'm here. It's why I'm playing, and I imagine myself being in a position to fight for another Grand Slam trophy prior to coming to London, and I put myself in a very good position. So anything is possible in the finals.
It's just remarkable thinking about how we used to think Federer's record was untouchable, and now there are two guys that are about to tie it at this point. At least it looks like it from Novak's perspective.
Well, best of luck to him, and back to the Astros. I love the pettiness that comes out anytime anybody plays them.
I can only imagine. We've heard it every time we have Astros highlights on.
Of course you do.
Stay with us.
A drier and warmer 7-day forecast for you. Tomorrow afternoon, highs low to mid-90s, and Saharan dust beginning to filter in. It'll be with us through early next week. More on that coming up tomorrow, guys.
Why not? We've seen everything else. Thank you, Katie. That's all we have for tonight. Thanks for watching.
Be sure to catch Good Morning San Antonio tomorrow morning starting at 6. Have a good night.